afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend. Beautiful weather.
Oh, the weather was beautiful. We did.
You did some work.
We did move-in weekend on the UW campus and lived to tell about it. It was crazy, but thank goodness the weather was perfect.
Yeah, I drove downtown on Saturday. Hippie Christmas, I'll tell you.
Every year.
Something else. We'll get to the weather in just a minute, but first, topping our headlines today, the collapse of Afghanistan and how a local organization is ready to help Afghan refugees. Our Jamie Perez has our story.
The Dane County Sheriff announces a new way to address incarcerated people to stop the dehumanizing of the jail population.
And a few kids golfing for fun, exercise, and a very good cause. Let's take a look outside. Another great day out there. Low humidity.
Bright
a little
sunshine.
one away from the sun.
Yeah, good stuff.
I'm not sure all what's going on there, but lots is. Pleasant, more humid perhaps. Julian is out on the patio enjoying this nice weather.
That's right. It is a gorgeous evening for us so far, and it's going to be even better as we get in throughout the rest of the night. As we can see outside of our sky cam right now, plenty of sunshine. There are some clouds, but the blue is definitely right behind it. Currently right now, 79 degrees in Madison, and it feels really good because it's not too humid as of right now, but we are going to be expecting that to rise as we get into the later parts of this week. But for this evening, we're going to be looking at plenty of good conditions for us. Temperatures still into those upper middle 70s, a few areas into the 80s, but for the most part in southern Wisconsin, it's feeling really good to start off our work week. Now, as we take a look at our dew points, as I mentioned, it's very comfortable for us as of right now. Some areas are into those lower 60s, just a bit out of the comfort level, but still not too bad to start things out for us. Now, tonight, we're still going to be very pleasant, mostly clear with a low of 58 degrees. Now, as we go ahead and check out our traffic as of right now, we're looking at pretty solid conditions for us. Everywhere's green for the most part, especially on the belt line as of right now. And as we take a look over into the interstates, we're looking at all green as of right now as well. So as we take a look at our timing of things as of right now, we are looking for the Beltline to Janesville to about 25 minutes to get from to there. And from Middleton to Sauk City, we're looking at 16 minutes to get there. And downtown to Sun Prairie, about 60 minutes as well. So pretty good in terms of traffic, pretty normal, nothing to stand out. But we'll talk more about this pleasant weather coming up in a few moments. Until then, back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Julian, thank you. U.S. officials admit Afghanistan fell much quicker than they anticipated.
President Biden is addressing the situation as the U.S. scrambles to evacuate American civilians and Afghan allies.
Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
President Biden returned to the White House from Camp David Monday, speaking publicly for the first time since the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan.
This did unfold more quickly than we had anticipated. So what's happened? Afghanistan political leaders gave up and fled the country. The Afghan military collapsed.
The U.S. has already deployed 2,500 troops to help evacuation efforts, and that number could go as high as 6,000. The Pentagon says at least 2 people were shot when thousands of Afghan civilians rushed the airport trying to escape the country. A spokesman says up to 5,000 people per day can be evacuated.
We have actually been working to evacuate thousands and thousands of Americans over time. Now it's about determining who is left and who didn't heed those warnings along the way.
A spokesperson for the U.S. general in charge of evacuation says he met face-to-face with Taliban officials, warning them not to interfere with the evacuation efforts.
We will defend our people with devastating force if necessary.
President Biden says he is standing firm on his decision to pull the U.S. out of Afghanistan.
After 20 years, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces.
But there is bipartisan concern the withdrawal could create a new terrorist safe haven.
There is increased danger of attack on this country.
We need to have a very serious look now at how we're going to, in fact, conduct counterterrorism operations around the world.
The president has ordered national security officials to make sure the U.S. can address future threats from Afghanistan.
That was Natalie Brand reporting. Madison is preparing to take in some of the Afghan refugees.
Our Jamie Perez spoke with a local organization that is getting ready to help, and she joins us now with how they're preparing. Jamie?
All right, well, Jewish Social Services on the west side of Madison said as soon as they found out what was going on in Afghanistan, they knew they needed to help. Now, one of the things that organization does is provide assistance to refugees and their families, things like providing fully furnished apartments, access to health care, and more. Now, for that to happen, They usually have about a few weeks to a few months notice to prepare, but in this case, they have a few days, if that. So the executive director said they're making temporary plans for now.
Any new refugees who are arriving now this quickly are going to have to go to extended stay hotels until we can find them appropriate housing.
Since the end of April, they've already helped resettle 44 refugees, 14 of them from Afghanistan. They expect to help about 26 more by the end of September, but could see up to 100 refugees starting in October. And there is a way for you to help as well. They are in need of volunteers and financial donations to help cover some of the basic needs of those refugees.
All right, Jamie, thank you. Now, we learn that many of those Afghan refugees will first be heading to Fort McCoy near Sparta. 40 years ago, Fort McCoy was home to another group of refugees. Some 14,000 Cubans were housed at the Army base, members of the Mariel boat lift, before being released into America a few months later. A story I covered 4 decades ago.
The influx of refugees is expected to increase sharply in coming days as this old Army base becomes a temporary home for Cubans who couldn't live under the Castro regime and have decided to begin a new life here in America. Ted?
News 3's Mark Kane reporting live from Fort McCoy near Sparta.
Officials at Fort McCoy had only a few days to prepare 121 barracks for the Cubans. As it turned out, many of them were prisoners. Fidel Castro emptied the prisons and sent the men to America. This is a very different story this time. The Afghans headed our way are escaping the Taliban. Afghans who worked for the U.S. government. They're our allies, and this is a life-saving mission.
Does it feel like 40 years ago?
It doesn't at all.
No, it's incredible.
And Maddie O'Neill is at Fort McCoy, seeing how they're preparing for this next batch of refugees.
Yep. We're looking forward to that.
Well, more misery is on the way for people in Haiti. The country was hit with a 7.2 magnitude earthquake over the weekend that killed 1,300 people.
Tonight, Tropical Depression Grace is expected to hit the Caribbean island nation with torrential rain, flooding, and landslides. Rescuers removed more bodies from under the rubble near the earthquake's epicenter. The death toll is expected to rise, and hospitals are so overwhelmed by the injured, they're tending to patients outside. Thousands of survivors are also outside, camped out in soccer fields. Haiti's ambassador to the U.S. says Haiti's interim government needs to step up.
We cannot avoid any earthquake, but at least when the earthquake comes, there will be better resistance of those buildings and every other infrastructure. So they won't collapse like a house of cards.
The tropical system named Grace is heading for the island tonight. The U.S. National Hurricane Center forecasts up to 15 inches of rain in some parts of Haiti. It is the latest in a string of catastrophes for this impoverished country.
Kelvin Barrett is still a few days shy of his 100-day mark as Dane County Sheriff, but we're getting a better idea of the policy changes he'll introduce.
Today, he announced an official change in language from inmates to residents, or those in our care. Our Naomi Coles is live outside of the Dane County Jail with more. Naomi?
Sheriff Barrett says this is just the beginning of a string of new policies that he's working on to humanize and respect people in the jail. It's an official change in policy language, one he acknowledges will take time to become standard practice, but he attaches a lot of importance to the change.
This new language will also help break down barriers that can and will reduce recidivism, lower our crime rates, and reduce our population here at the Dane County Jail.
Barrett says this comes after talking with sheriffs around the country where this has become standard practice, as well as input from local organizations like Nehemiah here at home. Now at 5 tonight, I'll be showing you another example that highlights the kind of importance that the sheriff is placing on terminology and language that his department uses to define themselves.
We will see you at 5. Naomi, thank you. A trial date has been set in the trial for one of those accused of killing Anissa Scott, the 11-year-old gunfire victim who died last summer. Jerry Ward Jr. is set to begin his trial on June 1st, 2022. Anissa Scott suffered a serious gunshot wound on August 11th, 2020, when Ward and others allegedly shot into a vehicle she was riding in on Madison's East Side. 2 days later, she died. and was taken off life support. Madison police are searching for whoever shot and killed a high school student over the weekend. Madison police are searching for that person. It happened on Saturday. He was shot while partying with about 100 other people, and he died shortly after. There were 2 other shots fired, investigators say, Saturday into Sunday.
A former Wisconsin high school teacher accused of secretly videotaping undressed students during field trips in Wisconsin and Minnesota was in court today for his guilty plea hearing. Prosecutors allege David Crutchen used his position as a business teacher at Madison East High School to film students during field trips using hidden cameras. Crutchen was charged last year with multiple counts of attempting to produce child pornography. He resigned from his teaching job in February 2020.
11 crashes over the last 3 years has ignited a federal investigation into Tesla's autopilot system. Investigators say the autopilot system was engaged before the electric cars crashed into emergency scenes. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is doing more research, but confirmed the Tesla models crashed into vehicles of first responders. It's also working to better understand the cause, as well as the technology used to monitor, assist, and enforce what the driver is doing while using autopilot. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has dismissed safety concerns about the autopilot system. The preliminary evaluation of the autopilot systems in the model year is in the model year 2014 through 2021, and specifically models Y, X, S, and 3.
Happy coincidence. 608 Wisconsinites got their vaccine and consequent cream puffs at the state fair this year. Governor Evers and the DHS made the announcement today of the chance event. The 608 vaccines were administered over the 11-day run of the fair. 608, of course, is the area code of Dane County and the surrounding area. The vaccine clinic came at a crucial time with COVID rates on the rise again and the Delta variant spreading through Wisconsin.
A couple of local area kids hit the links today for a very good cause and to benefit others. Alex and Luke Weiss and Brett and Cade Wieland, all between the ages of 12 and 16, will attempt to play 250 holes each, or 1,000 holes total, in 15 hours to benefit the Wisconsin PGA Junior Foundation. Last year they had 624 holes, but they're aiming for over 300 more today. Alex has been doing this for quite a while.
I started myself when I was, I think, 8 with like 54 holes, and then every year I've gotten more and more every year. And then a few years ago I started doing the fundraiser aspect of it, and then included Brett and some of my other friends doing it.
Way to go, guys. They're also striving to break the record of the fastest round played, which is 26 minutes, 37 seconds. The only way to get better, Mark, right, is to keep playing.
Keep playing and playing and playing. Up next, we head to the movies with our film critic, Will Loper.
Will tell us there is a surprising #1 hit at the box office. He has the numbers when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Allergy sufferers, bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. And in a clinical study, after just 1 day, 90% felt powerful 24-hour relief. So be wise all, take Zysol at night.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
One of the best things about replacing your gutters with a LeafGuard brand gutter system is you'll never have to climb up one of these ever again. I'm Andrew Larson, and my team at Larson Home Services is installing LeafGuard at this home, and the homeowners know they are done cleaning out their gutters forever. LeafGuard is guaranteed to never clog. That leads to happy customers.
We looked at several different types of gutters, and we knew that we had problems with leaves. We have lots of trees around our house, and I'm the one who goes and cleans out the gutters, and I wanted to eliminate that hassle in the fall of cleaning the gutters. and Leaf Guard has done a wonderful job.
That's awesome. Right now, your Leaf Guard brand gutter system comes with some great money-saving extras. Take 50% off installation labor, get free financing for 12 months, and call today and get a $100 Visa gift card with your new Leaf Guard gutter system. Don't wait. Call now to schedule your free estimate.
New jets, new yachts, new hobbies. The ultra-rich got ultra-richer during the pandemic because Republicans in Congress have been working for them, protecting loopholes for tax-dodging billionaires instead of helping working people who'd benefit from a fair share tax plan that Republicans are trying to block. And Ron Johnson's one of them. The rich don't need new jets, but Wisconsin does need a new senator. MoveOn.org. Political action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm not always on my game, but lately, my uncle is, especially with his type 2 diabetes.
With once-weekly Trulicity, most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, it can help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
Welcome back, everyone. If you're a fan of the most magical place on earth, Christmas may not be the best time to visit if you're trying to save money.
Yeah, Disney lovers will have to cough up some extra cash to attend Disney's very merriest after hours this holiday season. Starting prices for the event are nearly twice as much as Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, with tickets ranging from $169 to $229. The popular event was canceled last year because of the pandemic. Disney Very Merriest After Hours runs November 8th through December 21st and requires a special ticket. Well, remember the good old days when a couple $100,000 for an exotic car was a lot?
Well, that ante has been upped exponentially. Meet the 1995 McLaren F1. This car just sold at auction for, get this, $20 million and change. That change is actually an extra 450 grand, but at this point, who's counting, right? Though F1 is a storied line of McLaren sports cars, only 64 of this particular model were ever made. It was initially purchased by a Japanese collector and changed hands a couple of times to other collectors who all apparently kept the car in meticulous condition. It got less than 250 miles on the odometer, so this is clearly a vehicle meant to display, not drive, even if you could find anyone to insure it. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
good luck with that.
Not taking that out on the road.
Out on the Beltline.
Another record-setting day on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials added 110 points. For a record-setting close of 35,625, the NASDAQ lost 29, but the S&P 500 was up 11 for a record close as well. Well, it was a wonderful weekend outside here in Dane County, so it was a tough proposition to head inside to a movie theater.
How did the box office do without the added help? Our resident movie expert, Will Loper, tells us. Will?
Hey, Mark and Susan. It was a background video game character that won the weekend box office. Free Guy, starring Ryan Reynolds, made $26 million. But is this alternate reality worth traveling to the theaters to see? Speaking of alternate reality...
This is the greatest cup of coffee of all time. Mondays, am I right, Joe? You said it, guy. Yeah.
Reynolds plays Guy, a teller whose bank gets robbed multiple times a day.
Hey, bud, you ever think that there's got to be more? More than what? The stuff we do day after day.
But it turns out he's just a non-playable character in a video game. And once he becomes self-aware, he sets out to be the hero of his own story.
I know this world is just a game, but this place, these people, that's all I have. So I'm not going to be the good guy. Thanks, guy. I'm going to be the great guy.
The movie is mostly lighthearted blockbuster action with plenty of video game references. And Reynolds turns on his dependable charm to make this an enjoyable way to spend 2 hours.
Nope.
Also new in theaters is Don't Breathe 2.
It's not me you need to be scared of, little girl, but the man standing next to you.
This sequel never lives up to the excellent first film, 2016's Don't Breathe, but fans of the horror genre will still find enough to make this worth a watch. In theaters as well, Jennifer Hudson stars as Aretha Franklin in Respect.
I need a change. I want to sing what I want to sing.
Hudson shines in the starring role in the film that doesn't stray too far from the biopic formula. On streaming services, if there's one movie you make time to watch this week, make it Coda, new on Apple TV+.
The girl with the deaf family?
Yeah.
And you sing. Interesting.
Emilia Jones plays Ruby, who feels obligated to help her deaf parents' fishing business, but wants to sing, in the film that hits all the feels without getting melodramatic.
I can't stay with you for the rest of my life.
Newly streaming on Netflix tomorrow is the next episode in the docuseries Untold, Deal with the Devil.
Christy Martin put women boxing on the map.
The first women's bout shown on pay-per-view.
Boxer Christy Martin shares her battles inside and outside the ring.
Some way I had to save me. Boxing was my survival.
New on Wednesday on Hulu is the star-studded miniseries 9 Perfect Strangers.
Welcome to Tranquillum House. The people who come here, they come to heal.
Nicole Kidman, Melissa McCarthy, Regina Hall, and more star in the series about a health resort that may not be the tranquil place it appears to be.
She picked 9 people who needed to be in a place where they would try anything she wanted.
Have you all gone mad?
And this Friday, releasing in both theaters and on HBO Max, is the sci-fi film Reminiscence.
Nothing is more addictive than the past.
No, put me back. Put me back.
Hugh Jackman plays a private investigator who travels through people's memories to find his long-lost love.
To find where she'd gone, I had to know where she'd been.
I'd just like to find my car keys. For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
A lot of good stuff.
As usual.
Yeah.
Thank you, Will. Well, still to come at 4, we'll meet our Pet of the Week from the Dane County Humane Society.
We'll meet Odie. She's looking for a forever home. Oh, what a sweet girl. We'll find out more about her coming up after Julian's First Warn forecast.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. With things getting back to normal, we're proud to have been able to continue to serve homeowners during these difficult times. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by just 3% of contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor. We continue to make all the proper precautions to keep our employees and homeowners safe. Taking care of our customers is our top priority.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and get our best offer. Take 50% off installation labor, get free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your LeafGuard purchase.
If you can afford to launch yourself into space, you can pay your fair share in taxes. But billionaires and big corporations have avoided paying taxes for years. President Joe Biden's plan makes the rich pay their fair share so we can cut taxes for families with children and create millions of good jobs. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to stop putting billionaires ahead of the middle class. If you can afford to joyride in space, you can pay your fair share.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-day challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-day challenge.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Well, take a look at this.
Let's go. I'm doing it. Okay, go. Ready? Yes. Okay.
All right, let's watch this again. Just a couple of buddies hanging out until one challenges the other to shotgun a beer. Challenge accepted. The screwdriver goes into the can. Things are going as they should at this point. Can is tipped. He opens the top of the can, and that's not how it's supposed to go.
That's great.
Lucky for this guy, his buddy's a good sport.
That's what you get for pushing him to do it. Well, in case life hasn't given you enough twists and turns lately, you can always seek out more at your local amusement park.
It is National Roller Coaster Day. August 16th commemorates the day the first looping coaster got its patent way back in 1898. But coasters have been around a lot longer than people have thought. They originated from specially constructed hills of ice called Russian Mountains in St. Petersburg that people slid down back in the 1600s. These days we've got hypercoasters, which stand over 200 feet tall, giga coasters, which reach 300 feet, and a few specialty coasters even surpass 400 feet. Not only is screaming on a roller coaster good for your mental health, there may be additional benefits to riding them. Some research has shown the shaking of a coaster can help loosen kidney stones and make them easier to pass. What research?
Yeah, exactly. Who did that research project?
I used to love coasters. I'm not sure I can handle them anymore.
How about you, Julian? Are you a roller coaster guy?
I'm a big thrill seeker, so roller coasters are definitely my thing. But I'm like you guys. Who did the research for that?
Well, get rid of kidney stones, so next time, head to Great America. Head to Great America if you're not feeling well.
I guess so. Well, today was a great day to ride a roller coaster if it was around, but we'll talk about more about what you should be expecting for tonight with the full forecast coming up.
Kids, when I was your age, we didn't have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with intelligent all-wheel drive. We had average cars that drove on average roads.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need. And we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Living longer is possible and proven with Kisqali when taken with a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor in premenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet, commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
You know, kids, when I was your age, we didn't have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with intelligent all-wheel drive. We had average cars that drove on average roads.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you have enjoyed your Monday so far, because we had a great start to our work week. As we were going into our evening hours, 79 degrees as of right now, but those dew points feel really good for us at 56 degrees in Madison. Just a few clouds, but still the sun is dominating the skies for us as we get things rolling. Now, as we take a look heading into our southern Wisconsin temperatures as of right now, plenty of those 70s around, however, 82 degrees over for Boscobel. And then as we can see over for Milwaukee, even a little cooler with 76 degrees as of right now. The cloud cover is definitely keeping things on the cooler end as right now as we going throughout, but the dew points on top of it are still very comfortable as we're still into those 50s for most of us, and Mineral Point is the winner of real comfort at 46 degrees as of right now. Now, the three things we'll need to know as we continue throughout the rest of the week is that we are going to be seeing that humidity build for us. On top of that, the dry pattern will continue at least for the next few days, and then we're going to be seeing plenty of sunshine with it, but the humidity will be coming back, so definitely enjoy the comfort while we have it. As we take a look at our radar as of right now, not a whole lot of activity for us, but as we take a look over to our friends over near the Ohio area, we can see just a bit more showers and storms starting to pop up. That's where the precipitation is really lingering as of right now. As we can see that high pressure is settling right into the upper Midwest, but over into the southern areas, we can see that stationary frontal boundary and that low pressure, which is bringing in all that moisture and precipitation for the areas that in that way. But for us, we're still looking at plenty of calm conditions for us throughout tonight. Especially, we're going to be looking at real good conditions into those 60s and 50s. Lots of clear sky, another starry night here in southern Wisconsin. As we go into our Tuesday morning, we're going to see those temperatures start to ramp up just a bit. We're going to see some more cloud cover rolling in as well. However, for tonight, as I mentioned, 58 degrees is looking to be our low for tonight. Mostly clear and seasonable conditions for us. It's going to feel really good. Now, on top of that, we are still seeing plenty of that dry conditions, and we're not going to see much of a change until about Friday late at night and into Saturday. Those are looking to be our best chances of us seeing some of that precipitation and some much needed rain for us, because we're still into that drought that we're trying to manage. Now, as we take a look at our 10-day forecast, we are looking for temperatures to be into those lower 80s sticking around, and then we'll start to climb back with more humidity on the way as well, which will push our heat index to being a bit uncomfortable for some days. But then as we get into the weekend, another cold front will sweep in, bringing some chances of rain, and on top of that, we're going to be back into those lower 80s, which will be definitely a lot more comfortable for us.
Would you ever want to wrangle a chicken? Chris Stanford from our morning show didn't either.
What a question. But the Schumacher Farm Park in Waunakee put on a chicken wrangler workshop. And as Chris discovered, wrangling chickens isn't easy.
We're at Schumacher Farm Park, and we're going to learn how to chicken wrangle like Mickey stood.
Catch this thing, you can catch grease lightning.
Let's go see how they do it. Hey, Steve, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
All right, now Steve here is the chicken wrangler at Schumacher Farms Park. So, Steve, I got to ask you, what is chicken wrangling?
Chicken wrangling is taking care of the chickens, and then also it's a term for getting them back into the coop.
Do you have any pointers for me before we try this out?
Sure. You're going to need some chicken scratch.
Chicken scratch.
And you're going to need a long extension of your arm so that you can make some noise and kind of herd them in.
So like this?
That's a good idea, yeah, to let them know they need your attention.
Sounds simple enough.
Oh, really?
Let's let them out.
Let's let them out.
How many chickens do you have?
We have 3 new babies, so we have 11 now. We have 1 rooster.
So while we're letting the chickens roam around and do their thing, what are you hoping that people take away from the experience here at the park?
We want them to appreciate the farm park for all its history and culture and equipment.
Here, chicky, 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 chicky. Here, chicky, 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 chicky. Is this how you do it?
Yep. Okay, just walk up slowly to them.
Okay, walk up slowly. Don't want to scare them.
And just slowly drive them.
Come on.
Use your arm. Yep, up, the other one. The other way. No. Yes. Use your arm. The broom as an arm. Yes.
Go on. Like this.
Yes.
Right,
there you go.
There we go. Come on.
Now throw the food in the coop.
Here we go. In the coop, chicks. There we go. Now we're talking. Did I do it?
Yes.
Did I just wrangle some chickens?
Yes.
Well, how did I do?
You did really well.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Thanks again.
Yes. Thank you for visiting your farm.
And that's how you wrangle a chicken. You can wrangle one yourself right now and want to keep, but you got to be quick because it ends at 5 o'clock. Kids and drop-ins are welcome. It's free, but the Schumacher Farm Park's got stuff going on all the time, so you should check it out.
All right, could be a side hustle for Chris Stanford. He was pretty good at that.
All right, it's time for Potentially Yours here on Live at 4.
Today's feathered pet is Odie.
Featured pet.
Oh, featured pet.
Not feathered.
Oh, featured. Sorry. That's a big difference, right.
Because they're chickens, yet
I've got chickens on the brain, right. Today's featured pet is estimated to be about a year old. She is a mixed breed dog. Our friends at the Dane County Humane Society say Odie is a fun-loving, energetic dog. She walks very well on a leash, and she really enjoys playtime. She's been working with staff and volunteers to learn new skills and is very motivated by treats. During her training sessions, Odie will do best in a home without small children, and she's looking for a home that will use positive reinforcement training to continue helping her to be the best dog she can be, because unfortunately she's been waiting for a couple of months for a new home. Odie is a member of DCHS's Lonely Hearts Club. Those dogs really need new homes, and she has a reduced adoption fee.
That is the saddest name for a group.
Yeah.
The Lonely Hearts.
Yeah.
Let's get Odie a home. DCHS is also celebrating 100 years of helping people help animals in the Dane County community and beyond. The Humane Society was founded back in 1921 by a group of volunteers in Madison and has been supported by the generosity of donors in our communities ever since. DCHS is doing a limited edition 100 Years Apparel fundraiser online through August 27th. A variety of t-shirts and sweatshirts are available. Visit giveshelter.org to order yours. Just because it says Dane County Humane Society, it's not supported by the county.
Okay.
It's all
right. Good to know. Let's take a look at last week's pet.
Unity, still available for adoption.
Can't see the picture? Okay,
no
sorry
picture
about
of
that.
Unity. All right, if you're interested in adopting or checking out other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org to set up an appointment. There's Unity there. 838-0413 is the number to call.
Oh, look at that face.
Coming up next, 4 hot car deaths are on the rise. We'll tell you what's behind the increase.
And then coming up next hour at 5, our Brad Hamilton talked to Public Health Dane County about the increase in gun violence in Dane County. We'll have that story coming up at 5.
This device stops reflux by using magnets to strengthen the muscle at the end of the esophagus, and this prevents acid from flowing from the stomach back into the esophagus.
Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo reminds you to be sure to ask about delivery options when shopping for new furniture. Because every store is different. Some stores have very specific restrictions, while others charge you an arm and a leg. At McGann's, we take pride in our skilled delivery team, and in most cases, delivery is free. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of basic or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who've honorably served and their families. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Schwab, General Surgeon at Stoughton Health. If you suffer from reflux, please join us for our upcoming seminar on the Lynx device, a new and innovative treatment to stop reflux.
Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Tonight at 5, tensions in Afghanistan are growing. The Taliban capturing the nation's capital. How Wisconsin is helping refugees who are fleeing at 5.
After a very sunny weekend, we're going to hold on to that sunshine for the start of the work week, along with seasonable temperatures and just a little bit of an increase in our humidity. We'll look at your full forecast.
And ahead at 6, what Madison police have to say about a rise in gun violence after a deadly shooting near Camp Randall this weekend.
Give the old weather satellite a spin. We end up in Sacramento, California, where it's 96 degrees.
That's a nice shot.
You know, I've never been to Sacramento.
Beautiful city.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. Well, since 1990, about 1,000 children have died in a hot car.
And more incidents, unfortunately, are happening again this summer. Anthony Pura reports.
Last month, Phoenix police officers smashed out a car window to rescue a 2-year-old that was burning up in his car seat. The mother had just returned from the grocery store and accidentally locked her keys inside.
After he was checked out, it was great to see. He's playing with his Legos and we're having a good time.
But unfortunately, these cases often end in tragedy. Just a few weeks later, a 7-month-old boy died at a mall outside of Phoenix after being left in a parked vehicle for about 2 hours.
Don't think that this can't happen to you. It can happen to anyone.
Deona Bayan lost her daughter Aslan in 2004. Her babysitter had the child in the back seat of the car while running errands.
The sitter arrived at her destination. She forgot that she had her with her.
Aslan was left inside for almost an hour and died after suffering heat stroke.
I keep hoping for the day that no other family suffers this.
Bayan now works with the advocacy group Kids in Cars, which says 14 children have died in hot vehicles so far this year. There are ways to prevent this kind of tragedy. You can put your phone, wallet, or purse in the back seat with your child, which will serve as a reminder. It's also important to set up alerts with your child's school or daycare.
If your child doesn't arrive at that specific time, that they're giving you a phone call to see where your child is.
And Bayan says, we've seen many cases of kids climbing into an empty car and accidentally locking themselves inside.
Parents should always lock their car doors because children do like to play and they like to play hide and seek.
Simple steps that can help save lives. Anthony Pura, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And several newer cars have technology that alerts the driver that a child is in the back seat.
There is currently legislation in Congress that would make the warning mandatory in all new vehicles.
That would be a good idea.
Yep.
Well, after a year canceled by the pandemic, Madison's night market is back.
Bigger and better this year. It's happening on Thursday this week. We'll head down to State Street to find out what's new as the night market returns when Live at 4 continues.
Art Fair returns Saturday, August 21st in Fitchburg, showcasing the work of over 100 area artists in a variety of mediums, plus great live music, food, craft beer and wine garden, and lots of fun activities for the kids. To learn more, visit agoraartfair.com.
For Deb, living with constipation with belly pain was the same old story for years. Trying this, doing that, spending countless days right here. Still came the belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Awful feelings she kept sugarcoating. Finally, with the help of her doctor, it came to be that her symptoms were all signs of IBS-C. And that's why she said yes to adding Linzess. Linzess is not a laxative. It helps you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and is proven to help relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Could your story also be about IBS-C? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. With things getting back to normal, we're proud to have been able to continue to serve homeowners during these difficult times. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by just 3% of contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor. We continue to make all the proper precautions to keep our employees and homeowners safe. Taking care of our customers is our top priority.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and get our best offer. Take 50% off installation labor, get free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your Leaf Guard purchase.
If you can afford to launch yourself into space, you can pay your fair share in taxes. But billionaires and big corporations have avoided paying taxes for years. President Joe Biden's plan makes the rich pay their fair share so we can cut taxes for families with children and create millions of good jobs. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to stop putting billionaires ahead of the middle class. If you can afford to joyride in space, you can pay your fair share.
The Agora Art Fair returns Saturday, August 21st in Fitchburg, showcasing the work of over 100 area artists in a variety of mediums, plus great live music, food, craft beer and wine garden, and lots of fun activities for the kids. To learn more, visit agoraartfair.com.
And a quick update on our traffic. As of right now, if you are traveling east on the Beltline, there are some slow spots, especially if you're traveling west. But for the most part for east, we can see as you're heading your way onto Monona, that's where we're looking for some slowage for us. But for the most part, on the interstate, we're still all green, just normal traffic for around this time of day. Over to you guys.
All right, Julian, thank you. Tom Rice celebrated his 100th birthday by recreating the World War II parachute jump he made 77 years ago. The veteran made the jump from a vintage plane over the beaches of Coronado to symbolize the D-Day invasion jump he made in Normandy, France, decades ago. He fought the Battle of the Bulge in Belgium and helped capture Hitler's Eagle's Nest in Germany. After the war, he became an educator, teaching in schools for over 40 years. He was greeted by scores of local residents and members of the military on the beach.
Oh, that's incredible.
It is incredible.
Wow.
He's doing good for 100 years old. Well, after a year away, Madison's popular downtown night market will return on Thursday this week.
And for the first time, it will run the entire length of State Street. Tiffany Kenny is the executive director of the Downtown Business Improvement District. Hi, Tiff. Good to see you.
Welcome back.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Susan.
So tell us about this year's market. It's great to have it back.
We are so excited to actually bring the Madison Night Market back to downtown. And we have really exciting news about where we're going to have it, which is up and down State Street. We're taking over all of State Street, all 6 blocks, to bring you the very first Madison Night Market of 2021.
Sort of like a Maxwell Street Days sort of setup.
It'll feel a little bit like that. We'll also have a mix of some artists and some craftspeople, some food carts, a little bit more art and craft. But yeah, it'll have that similar vibe where you can walk straight down State Street. You can really get great views of the Capitol. You can check out a mix of our businesses that are currently here on State Street, a few who are thinking about making State Street their home permanently, and lots of creative arts and crafts vendors.
So it's sort of like Maxwell Street Days at night.
There you go.
What are the hours for the night market?
Well, our hours for the night market, people have asked, and what time is night for us? I guess it's 4 o'clock now, so we're starting earlier. We're going 4 to 9, but we get some nighttime hours in there with that 9 p.m. end. So 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. this Thursday.
And you're still going to have this sort of central market on Gilman and State like you had in the past?
Absolutely. At the heart of State Street at 452 is Lisa Link Peace Park. It's a beautiful public park. It's the place that we have all of the music. And so we're really excited that that also becomes the heart of the Madison Night Market.
Oh, that is exciting. Last year was a very difficult year for a lot of business owners on State Street. How important is it for them to have this revitalization of people downtown?
Yeah, 2020 was not a good year for anybody. I don't think any business, here in downtown Madison or the community can say what a great year 2020 was. But it was really hard for State Street, and it was really hard for this area in general. So we're excited that we want to invite you back. We want you to see what State Street looks like, see the wonderful businesses that are still here, daydream about those that you'll see moving in, and really offer your support to those unique, special things in downtown Madison.
And it's all outside, which is important during this pandemic.
Absolutely. It's outside. We can socially distance. We got a lot of space to use. We're going to ask people, wear your masks, make sure you're, washing hands, and there probably won't be as many samples, but I promise some samples, just not as many.
All right, and if you can't go on Thursday, there are going to be more night markets to come before the summer's over, right?
Well, actually, before the year is over, we went ahead and we predicted out, who knows what this year might be, but we knew our businesses would want a chance to pop out of their stores and bring people shopping. So we do have 5 markets total planned. We're doing one every month. August, September, October, November, and December. And the holiday versions. Put your coats on. We're going to have some fire pits, and we're going to have the best holiday shopping you can imagine outside on State Street.
It sounds like a blast. 4 to 9 this Thursday kicks things off. Tiffany, thanks for being with us today.
Great to see you, Tiffany. Thanks so much.
See you all Thursday.
Absolutely. Well, the final check of your forecast coming up.
Roll playback. 3, 2, 1. Roll playback.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy? Inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Let's kick Ken's ache and burn into gear.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those drops will probably pass right by me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Be proactive about managing your symptoms by talking to your doctor about twice daily Xiidra like I did.
I prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
Republicans in Congress are working for the richest 1%. They got caught red-handed blocking economic relief for working people just to protect tax loopholes for the ultra-wealthy. Billionaires so rich, they shoot money into space while they dodge their taxes. Ron Johnson doesn't want the 1% to pay their fair share because he's one of them. It's time to build a stronger economy. MoveOn.org. Political action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Taco night is heartburn you can plan for, but surprise pizza means heartburn you didn't expect. New Zantac 360 Degrees contains the #1 doctor-recommended medicine approved to both prevent and relieve heartburn and works in as little as 15 minutes. New Zantac 360.
Tonight at 5, how Wisconsin is stepping in to help Afghan refugees. Plus, gun violence on the rise in Madison. Police are still looking for a suspect who shot and killed a 17-year-old near Camp Randall. What officials are doing to combat crime tonight at 5.
Back to school is not what it used to be.
There are new safety concerns, new protocols, and lots of questions.
We can help you navigate some of those hurdles with our Back to School series.
Join us every morning starting at 6:30 a.m. only on News 3 Now this morning.
And as we take a quick look at what we'll be expecting for tonight, it's going to be 58 degrees is our low, mostly clear and seasonable. It's going to feel very good for tonight, but Dana Fulton will have more on your forecast of what else to expect heading into tomorrow coming up. Over to you guys.
All right, open the windows, I guess, overnight. Well, coming up tomorrow here on Live at 4, Dr. Jeff Pado from the Dane County Health is here with all the latest COVID and Delta variant news.
And is it time to replace your bike helmet? We'll get some advice about that from Consumer Reports. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. With things getting back to normal, we're proud to have been able to continue to serve homeowners during these difficult times. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by just 3% of contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor. We continue to make all the proper precautions to keep our employees and homeowners safe. Taking care of our customers is our top priority.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and get our best offer. Take 50% off installation labor, get free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your Leaf Guard purchase.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Fry Construction is celebrating 26 years of providing excellence in home improvements. We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by your neighbors and voted Best of Madison 2 years in a row. Best kitchen and bath design, best roofer. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself and save 26% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
And they're off in today's Final Touch. Well, sort of.
Yes, the annual boat race on the Danube. Just don't call them boats. Rafts built from cardboard, plastic bottles, empty barrels, and bike parts sailed or tried to sail on the river. Under the rules, the 15 vessels piloted by the Hungarian teams could not be made using boats, kayaks, or canoes, or using any materials that could damage the environment. Boat builders drew inspiration from pubs, pizzas, and cartoon characters. One team built a round-shaped wooden creation with pizza toppings as decorations, as team members were supposed to paddle in the middle, but soon after their start, the paddles gave up and the team members had to make it to the finish line paddling with their hands. That's like something we'd end up doing.
Exactly. Very cool. Very creative.
Very creative indeed. And the Danube, it's beautiful, right? There's the pizza guys. All right. That's
pretty good.
That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.